Hello students and learners, welcome to the Brainbox tutorials. I am your teacher Priyanka and today we will solve a specimen question paper of English Literature I.C.S.E class 10 semester 2 examination. We will also discuss the pattern of the paper which is yet to come in semester 2 and then we will also solve all the question answers. So let us look at the paper first. Maximum marks for the paper is 40 and time allowed is 1.5 hours, okay, and paper is divided into 4 sections. All questions in section A must be answered, that means section A is compulsory, and from each of the section B, C, D you will have to attempt one question from each of the section. That means like from section B1, C1, D1, 3 questions of 10 marks each and 1 in section A. So that will make 40 marks. So here we will start with section A first. Question number 1. It is written, choose the correct answers to the questions from the given option. So you will have to, this is a multiple choice question, you will have to choose the correct option. First one is, what was announced on the loudspeaker before the start of the race in the poem 9 Gold Medals? Options are number A, the nationalities of the runners, no. Number B, the age of the runners, no. Number C, the names of the runners, yes, this is correct, the names of the runners were announced. Okay, now number 2, which of the following words would best describe Above Ben Adam? Above Ben Adam, options are number A, bold and brash, no. Number B, devout and compassionate, yes, he was devout, that means he was a religious person and also compassionate. Prayerful and anxious, dreamy and peaceful. So the best option is devout and compassionate, that is number B. Okay, moving on to subpart 3. What event were the children in Ray Bradbury's story All Summer in a Day eagerly awaiting? That all the children used to live in the planet Venus. Okay, so number A, option number A is their return to the earth. Number B, the arrival of the rocket people. Number C, their teachers returned. Number D, the appearance of the sun. So option D is correct option. They were all waiting for the appearance of the sun that was coming after 7 years. Okay, question number 4. How old was Margaret when she first arrived on his distant planet? His, here it will be her, not his. So Margaret, when she arrived, she was 4 years old. That means option C is correct. The story, when it starts, it is said that Margaret is now 9 years old, but when she came to the planet, she was 4 years old. Okay, now number 5. What made Jesse Owens one of the best remembered athletes of all times? Why is he best remembered? So number A, his remarkable achievement of winning 4 gold medals at the 1936 Olympic Games. I think this is the correct option. Let's go through all other options. Number B, the amazing bond of friendship that he developed with art rival Les Long. His struggle to qualify for the finals of the broad jump at the 1936 Olympic Games. And number D is his anger at the rising nationalistic feelings that characterized the 1936 Berlin Olympics. Now, why people remember him still? That is obviously because of number A, that is his remarkable achievement of winning 4 gold medals. Number 6, you should be able to qualify with your eyes closed. Who said these words and to whom? Okay, this was number A, Jesse Owens, coach to Jesse Owens, no. Number B, Les Long to Jesse Owens, correct. His rival Les Long was saying this to Jesse Owens. Number 7, Antonio says that trying to reason with Shylock was like, number A, standing on the beach and ordering the waves to wash away the sands. No, this is wrong. He actually said standing on the beach and ordering the waves to ebb down. So option A is wrong. Reasoning with a Eve, which was crying out in distress at the loss of a lamb. This is also wrong. Number C, trying to soften a rock. This is also wrong. Number D, commanding the pine trees on the mountainside to remain quiet and motionless when battered by strong winds. Yes, this is correct option. Option number D is correct. Number 8. Which of the following characters can be described as quick-witted, daring and loyal? A. Nerissa, B. Jessica, C. Portia, and D. Leah. Leah, the character has just been mentioned once. Leah is Shylock's wife and nothing has been said about her much. Correct option will be Portia because we can see her wit in the court of justice. She is daring also, and loyal because she is still going to abide by the rules made by her father. Jessica is not loyal. We can't call her loyal because she eloped from her house against her father's will. Number 9 is name the young lovers whose lives ended tragically because of a misunderstanding caused by the appearance of a lion. Okay, so options are number A, Troilus and Cressida. No. Number B is Pyramus and Thisbe. Yes, this is correct option, Pyramus and Thisbe. Okay, number 10, this is last of section A. What special deed of gift does Jessica give to Lorenzo at the end of the play? Number A, the news that Shylock had forgiven Jessica and Lorenzo for eloping. No, this is not deed of gift. Number B, the bond signed by Shylock making Lorenzo heir to all his wealth. Yes, this is correct option. Number B. Okay, so these are the MCQ. Now we will, the questions will be subjective. We'll have to write the answers, section B, C and D. So here 2 questions are there. We'll have to attempt any one. Question number 2 is read the extract given below. Portia's speech of mercy. The quality of mercy is not strength. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven. That one from Act 4, Scene 1. The extracts are from Act 4 and Act 5 of Merchant of Venice. Okay, so the question is, see, question number 1, where does this scene take place? Why is Portia here? So the answer will be this scene takes place in the court of justice in Venice. And second part is why is Portia here? So the answer will be Portia is here to defend Antonio against Shylock's claim to a pound of his flesh for forfeiting on a bond which he had signed as a guarantee for the repayment of a loan in the amount of 3,000 ducats for Bassanio. So that will be this answer. Then number 2 is, to what is mercy compared in these lines? See, here it is written that it droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven, right? So the mercy here is compared with gentle rain showered from heaven. Okay, number 3 is, why does Portia call mercy twice blessed? Okay, so here Portia call mercy twice blessed because mercy carries a double blessing. It benefits both the giver and the receiver. The giver is blessed by heaven and the receiver is blessed by the giver, of course. Then in the third question only, subpart is explain the lines. It is mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throne monarch better than his crown. Okay, so the explanation is, mercy is the greatest and most powerful virtue of the greatest and most powerful king. Then Portia says that mercy suits a royal king better than the crown he wears. The luster of mercy in his heart makes him truly royal and great. And last question is, later in her speech, Portia mentions a scepter. What is a scepter? How, according to Portia, is mercy above the scepter's sway? So scepter is a rod which a king holds in his hand, symbolizing his earthly power. And scepter's sway is the earthly power and awful majesty of a king who is holding this scepter. So mercy is above the scepter's sway because mercy in the heart of the king will give him the heavenly power and not only the temporal power. Now, Question number 2, that is optional one from Merchant of Venice, is Gratiano and Shylock speech. O learned judge, marks you a learned judge, and then Shylock says, I take this offer, then pay the bond thrice and let the Christian go. Okay, so the question number 1 is, why does Shylock suddenly decide to accept this offer? First, when Bassanio offered it, he was not accepting it, and suddenly he is saying that I take this offer, then pay the bond thrice. Okay, so now why he is saying this? So the answer will be, when Shylock was on the verge of cutting the flesh of Antonio, Portia reminds him that the bond stipulates a pound of flesh only and not blood. If a drop of blood is spilled, then Shylock will be guilty of conspiring against the life of a Venetian citizen, and all his property will be confiscated by the state. So, stunned at this, Shylock hastily agrees to accept 3 times the sum. Question number 2 is, who has made this offer? So, Bassanio had made this offer. Who stops Shylock from accepting this offer? So, Portia, in the disguise of lawyer named Balthazar, stops Shylock from accepting this offer. Number 3 is, Shylock decides to leave the court without even receiving the principal amount, that is 3000 ducats. What other crime is he accused of? And number 2 is, what further punishment does he face for this crime? So the answer to this will be, Shylock is accused of conspiring against the life of a Venetian citizen. He is penalized that half of his property would go to the state, while the other half would go to the offended party, that is Antonio. And his life lies in the mercy of Duke. Number 4 is, later in this scene, how does the Duke show that he is merciful? And second part is, what does Shylock say in response to the Duke's act of mercy? So, how does the Duke show that he is merciful? The Duke shows his mercy by sparing Shylock's life and demands only a fine rather than half of the Jew's estate. And what does Shylock say in response? Shylock claims that they may as well take his life as it is worthless without his estate. Okay, so here the section B has ended. Now coming to section B. This is related to prose, the short stories. Question number 3, he gave her a shove, but she did not move. Rather, she let herself be moved only by him and nothing else. They edged away from her. They would not look at her. She felt them go away. This is from All Summer in a Day. Now, let us look at the questions. Okay, so question number 1 is, who is she? On which planet is this story set? So, she is Margaret, the protagonist of the story All Summer in a Day. And on which planet is this story set? The story is set on the planet Venus. Number 2 is, mention any 2 ways in which life on this planet differs from life on Earth. So, see, first is, it rains all the time in Venus. It has been raining for 7 years in Venus. The Earth does not have so long spell of rains, you see. And second one will be, the sun comes daily and sets daily on Earth, but in Venus the sun comes after every 7 years, that also for 1 day. Okay, number 3 is, who are they? So they are the children. Why did they not come to her aid when William shoved her? Okay, so the other children, because the other children also hated Margaret because of her pale face, constant silence, and also because she was planning to go on Earth back. So that is why they were jealous and angry. Number 4 is, what do they do to her at the end of the story? Why did they behave in this manner? Now this question can be interpreted in 2 ways. See, what do they do to her at the end of the story? Now what happens in the story? First they locked her. And why did they behave? Because they were furious at her. They were angry and jealous of her. They did not like her. And at the end, we also see that they take her out of the closet, and Why? Because they were actually feeling remorseful. So you will add both of them and then write. So it will be a longer answer, but okay, it is for 3 marks also. So you will write that the children locked Margaret in a closet so that she cannot see and face the sun. And why? Because they were jealous of Margaret and hated her. Then you will write that in the next paragraph, you can write later in the end, they released Margaret from the closet and they were overburdened with the feeling of guilty because they knew now that Margaret was true to her words about the sun. She used to say that it is like bronze and bronze color, it is of bronze color and it is circular, it is very warm. So now they had also known how beautiful and warm sun is. This made them remorseful about locking her in the closet. So you will add both. Now question number 4. Read the extract given below and answer the questions that follow. An angry athlete is an athlete who will make mistakes, as any coach will tell you. I was no exception. On the first of my 3 qualifying jumps, I leaped from several inches beyond the takeoff board for a foul. This is from my greatest Olympic prize. Now look at the questions, then we will do the answers. Okay, number 1 is when and where is this narrative set? Okay, so this narrative is set in the time of Berlin Olympic Games of 1936. Number 2 is what reason does the narrator Jesse Owens give for the heightened nationalistic feelings at this time? So that was because of Hitler. So you will write that because Hitler childishly insisted that his performers were members of a master race, that heightened the nationalistic feelings at this time to an all-time high. Okay, now question number 3 is in which event had Owens been confident of winning a gold medal? Why? So your answer will be he was confident of winning gold in the long jump. Then why? So for that answer will be he had gained, sweated and disciplined himself for 6 years and had already made a world record in the long jump last year. So he was very confident. Now number 4 is what had made Owens angry enough to make mistakes, and name Owens' rival who approached him at this point. So see what had made Owens angry? At the time of broad jump trials, Owens was startled to see a tall boy hitting the pit at almost 26 feet on his practice leaps. Now Jesse felt angry when he was told that Hitler had kept him under wraps, obviously to win the jump with him. Jesse was disturbed to think if Leslong won, it would add some new support to the Nazis' Aryan supremacy theory. And being disturbed, he made mistakes in the trial jumps. And the last one is name Owens' rival. So Owens' rival was Leslong. He was a German athlete. So a German athlete named Leslong. Okay, now coming to last section, section D. This is from poetry. Question number 5 is exceeding peace had made Ben Adam bold, and to the presence in the room he said, what writest thou? Okay, this is from Abu Ben Adam. Number 1 is to whom did Ben Adam address these words? Mention the context in which he said this. So to whom he addresses, Abu Ben Adam is speaking to the angel in his room. Mention the context. Abu Ben Adam had a spiritual experience one night. Abu awoke from a deep dream of peace and he saw an angel writing something in a golden book. He asked the angel what he was writing. Okay, so that part, the context you will write. Why he said that, what writest thou? Okay, number 2, what was the presence doing in Ben Adam's room? What did the presence say in response to Ben Adam's question? The presence or the spirit or the angel, not the spirit. The presence or the angel was writing something in a golden book. And what did the presence say in response? The angel responded by saying that he was writing the names of those who loved God. Number 3 is, what did Abu Ben Adam say after this exchange? How did the presence respond to his words? So Abu asked the angel if his name was also there in the list. The angel replied in a no. Then above requested the angel to write his name in the list of those who loved their fellow beings. The angel, how did the angel responded? How did the angel respond? The angel wrote his name and vanished. Okay, number 4 is describe the events of the following night. So the following night or the next night, angel came again and showed above the names of those whom God had blessed. Above was surprised to see that his name was written on top. So these were the events. Okay, now question number 6. This is from 9 gold medals. Okay, the questions are: number 1, where had the young women and men come from? What had brought them together? So they had come from different countries to participate in various sports events in Berlin Olympics of 1936, and they were fired with the longing to win a medal, gold, silver or bronze in the events. Number 2 is, what was the last event of the day? That was 100-meter race. How many athletes were participating in this event? 9 young athletes were participating in this event. Number 3 is, what happened to the youngest athlete halfway through the race? How did he deal with the situation? So the answer will be, the youngest athlete who was weaker could not run. His legs gave in and he fell on the track. And how did he deal? So he was distressed and gave out a cry in frustration because his hard work had all gone to vain. Okay, now the last one, that is, describe the manner in which the race ends. So what happened? The remaining 8 contestants also stopped and looked back at their fallen companion. They came back and lifted him to his feet, and all 9 of them finished the race simultaneously, hand in hand. This was the Special Olympics because each of the 9 participants was declared to be the winner and awarded a gold medal. Okay, thus we come to the end of the paper. Go through the workbook of I.C.S.E. Prose Poem and Merchant of Venice. You will be helped by those questions very much. What type of questions come, how to write the answers, you will actually get a sense of pattern of questions which are about to come. Okay, so if you have liked the solution, please give the thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to share with your friends. I will bring more solutions to the specimen papers. So be hooked. Okay, bye bye, Jai Hind.